talking to Brian Mail about his Firebird motor car. Well, give us some background on this.
Yeah, it's a Firebird chassis, 1935, with a supercharged Speed 25 engine in it.
What's so special about using a Firebird chassis?
Well, there's two reasons, I think. First, the Firebird and Firefly chassis are very light compared to the other independent front suspension chassis, and because they were not very much loved in the 50s and 60s, so a lot got turned into specials.
Right.
And it's, in many respects, those specials are now being rebuilt again to make them into current specials.
Do you have to do a lot of modification in the chassis?
Well, the chassis has been shortened by 9 inches approximately, and the engine's been moved back 12 inches to make the weight balance much better.
Is there any advantage or disadvantage in using a Firebird as opposed to, say, a 20 or 25 chassis?
Well, an SA Speed 20 chassis would be very good because they're much more difficult to get hold of, and you've got, as I said previously, the problem of the weight of the independent front suspension on the other chassis.
So this car's been going now for what, 2-3 years?
3 years in its current format, yeah. Since I took it over, and we've just about ironed out all the bugs.
You bought it from Clive Taylor, I think, originally?
That's right. Clive started the project with just a pile of bits 10-15 years ago, and got so far, then he emigrated to New Zealand, and I was able to buy it off him then.
It doesn't bear any relation to any look at all, how it was before.
No. Well, there was no body on it, of course, and all the components were just sort of laid in the car, ready to go.
And you have any success with it? I know you've been campaigning it now for a while.
Yeah, we had a good season this season. We had a win at Mallory Park, we had a couple of second places, and a few class wins in sprint and hill climb. So yeah, it's very good season so far.
What do you prefer, circuit racing?
Oh yeah, I think value for money, circuit racing is much better. You know, to go to a hill climb for 3 minutes of motorsport, use up the whole day, and that makes it quite expensive.
To get more bang for your buck, I guess.
That's right.
Well, thanks, Brian. Thanks for telling us about the car. And wish you good success.
Thank you very much.
So loud that you can't actually have the car anyway.
Number 72 is Brian Mail, and he's, what is it, mate? Firebird
Speed 25 Special.
It's a Firebird Speed 25 Special. It's number 72 there, second on the grid. And the one at the back is a real car.
He's in the red car. Go back and cut that bit off. This will be Brian going off now.
That the Firebird hasn't got the performance of the Firefly. Now, of course, you are our greatest Firefly user.
You want fact or fiction?
No, I want reality.
Reality. Well, reality is the Firebird does have more performance than the Firefly. The Firefly's quite a bit down on brake horsepower, obviously. It is lighter, but with the original factory-fitted rear axle, the Firefly was actually slightly faster on acceleration, but with a higher ratio it's not, but obviously it's got longer legs.
Right, what you're talking about now, the two cars both shared the 5.2 ratio,
That's
didn't they?
correct, yes.
And what are you talking about in the axle ratio?
4.7 on mine.
Oh, you've gone up to 4.7?
Yeah.
Right.
So it's got longer legs, but it's the performance is down, obviously, for that reason.
Now, strangely enough, this car is the only Firebird that we can find that ever came out of the factory with a 4.7 diff.
Right.
It's the only one that we know of as original on the build sheet.
Yeah.
So, who knows? But
Who knows?
there is one in Scotland, Edgar, that you might try and find. There also was only one Alvis Firebird that ever left the factory as a chassis only.
All right.
That car we know, Mr. Holt and I saw it years ago in Bolton. We know that its owner moved to Scotland, and it is a Firebird with a special two-seater body, I think with a dicky, and it had clustered valve springs.
Right.
And twin carburetors and a 4.7 diff. And we know that car is the only Firebird ever to leave the factory as a chassis only.
I think Jean's wonderful.
Eric, you are in the process of restoring a Firebird chassis and engine combination at the moment. Could you tell us the background to this?
Well, yes, it was imported from the States. It's sort of a flat pack is the best way of putting it.
Yes.
Rusty to hell, so we stripped it right down to the chassis. I had to weld in certain sections, but then blasted it, H-primed it and what have you. And it's up and running now, but the back axle looked okay, it still does look okay, so that's in situ. Prop shaft, hardy spicers changed, etc. A new base panel for it, and basically the engine, it's a new camshaft unfortunately. The cylinder head had to be stitch welded, and it had different valves in, different diameter valves, all that kind of thing, so rebushed it, and it's more or less a running chassis now. And then I'm scratching my head because it's a bodywork, and it's where the panels go, because it was a Crossing Ellis Tourer, and I'd like to restore it to more or less what it is. And so this is my first Alvis, so I've joined the club, and I'm on a learning curve.
Well, we're delighted to have you in it.
But yeah, it's a nice club, and I think, to be very honest, the magazine is the best there is.
Right. Well, that's
and the
great.
contacts within the club are excellent.
What is it you like best about this car?
It's open.
Yes?
And not, the seats are comfortable.
Do you like the smells of the countryside when you're driving through it?
Yes. Through the lovely wilds, many a bigger motor gangs for tins of fire, but none can gang for I gang in my wee red car.